Ishkiriatataki. So I want to talk about communities and communication and bridging worlds to help one another out. So I've noticed that in my I'm gonna say perspective because we all have a different viewpoint. So I noticed that a lot of people are more disconnected as they were once once were, and I'm talking about like puppies. I'm talking about like how before these communities were so like bonded and together, and like, and I'm talking about more of the the media base, like social media. So I noticed before, like, we were like so like commenting and journeying together, like sharing the same experiences, and it was like a different bond that it is right now. So I want to tap into that a little bit more and see what I pick up on as I'm speaking. Are ishkiti kuku ushkiti iata. So there's like there's so much frequency shifts happening simultaneously that it feels like that the disconnection, but it's also a test for the person that's building their, I hear, their legacy, their they're bridging an old earth into a new earth. And that's it's like people are still like trying to, not trying to, but they're still at a ishkite. let me take let me go slower because I feel it's like mm, so the purpose of the disconnect is not because, and I think it's me, like I feel like a lack of um of this bond that I'm already seeing, like, in the future. Let's say future, but we're in this phase of like uncertainty, I hear, and people are still alchemizing like really heavy integrations. And I guess from my point is, I'm like, come on, let's do it. Like I want to see like people like connecting with one another already. Like I'm trying to like fast forward. And are ishkia tata edeteshkia and are eto I'm sorry if I'm speaking a little slow, but I'm kind of like picking up on things as I'm speaking, because I want to I want to say the right words. And you hear the dogs barking, and I'm hearing like there's communication everywhere. There's a bunch of birds flying around as I'm like speaking. The dogs started barking, and before I pressed play, there was no birds. So, and I guess what I'm trying to say to whoever is watching this, it's to connect. Like don't be shy, or don't feel like you don't know what you're what to say. Like every little connection is your own like your own activation, you know, like bouncing ideas from one another is like bouncing frequencies from one another. And I'm hearing, like, sometimes you might feel alone, but the answers are, and the communication and the connection is right in your face. Is you have to shift your perspective and remove those veils of illusions and perceptions, and you have to feel confident and worthy enough to communicate with one another without feeling that your perspective is gonna get like your perspective will have a negative reaction, but that's not the case. Any type of interaction is either gonna alchemize. If it's a negative trigger, it's still an opening to create, of creation of knowledge, of experience. And it's like, what's the worst that could happen, So there's no such thing. Was the best case scenario, was the best thing that could happen, Do you want to remain hidden, or do you want to start like entering your frequency?